Welcome to Shakespeare Full Circle, a journey of a circuitous nature into the mind of the Bard of Avon, or as you become more familiar, Uncle Will. I'm your host, Kari Marshall. In my first year after leaving drama school, I learned a very valuable lesson. It was a cold January day in London, and I was walking across the old Hungerford Bridge to the South Bank. I was thinking about Tennessee Williams. It seemed that Vanessa Redgrave had unearthed one of his lost plays. It was going to have its world premiere not on Broadway, but at the Royal National Theatre, and I had an audition with the director. I suppose only because I was an American, and they wouldn't have to spend much time on a dialect coach for me. I remember feeling positive about the audition, trying to act all grown-up and actory sophisticated. I left his office and I saw his assistant, and I couldn't contain my excitement. "Oh my God, I hope I get this," I gushed like a 6-year-old. "It would be so amazing. I mean, how cool would that be? Tennessee Williams in London." She smiled politely as I followed her gaze over my shoulder to the open door and Trevor Nunn's raised eyebrows. I didn't get the gig. I was gutted. I was commiserating with some friends days later when my mate Nico said, "That's the problem with you Yanks, always wearing your heart on your sleeve." Now, you couldn't really consider Nick a bardolater, but Uncle Will's phrase leaped into his mind with perfect timing and appropriateness. Now, aside from the veracity of the sweeping cultural accusation, and upon further reflection that I was actually reading for the part of a hardened criminal behind bars, my little outburst of toddler joy may have somewhat scuppered my chances. Or I was just crap. In any event, I was gutted all over again, and I was unable to hide it. The term, as most of us know, is used to refer to someone that expresses their inward feelings outwardly and honestly. Ironic, then, that the words would be uttered by Shakespeare's arguably most deceitful and malevolent villain, Iago, spoken to his confederate, Rodrigo.
"Heaven is my judge, not I, for love and duty, but seeming so, for my peculiar end. For when my outward action doth demonstrate the native act and figure of my heart in complement extern, 'tis not long after but I will wear my heart upon my sleeve for doors to peck at. I am not what I am."
What Iago is saying here is that if he shows his inner desires outwardly, he will be open to attack, so he must keep his true nature hidden. Much like Uncle Will's Richard III, when he uttered, "And thus I clothe my naked villainy." Heart upon my sleeve is now universally used as a linguistic shorthand for openness. Now, heart we get as a metaphor for one's inner desires, but why sleeve? One possible answer can be found in a tradition of medieval tournaments. When participating in the joust, certain knights would be given the honor of wearing a token of a lady from court that would indicate to whom the knight was dedicating his favor or to his allegiance. This scarf, ribbon, or cloth was generally worn on the cotier, or the lower cannon of the vambrace of the knight's plate armor, known colloquially as the sleeve. So this became a powerful outward symbol of the inner truth of the knight's heart. Interesting then, in Othello, Uncle Will chose to have Iago speak the phrase while actually intending to hide his true feelings, while Othello's feelings of passion and jealousy were on display for all, making it short work of those wishing to manipulate him to disastrous ends, all because of a handkerchief given as a display of true love.
Wear my heart on the sleeve, I'm not afraid to say what I mean what I say.
Well, alas and alack, my friends, that's all we have time for. Join us again next time for another circuitous journey into the mind of Uncle William. I'm Kari Marshall. Farewell until next time. Shakespeare Full Circle is a production of WGTE Public Media. You can learn more and download all episodes at wgte.org/sfc or wherever you get your podcasts.